Namaste. Welcome to Love Your Skin Tips by Yolandi. If you are one of my regular viewers, welcome back. And if you are new and would love to find out how to love your skin, go ahead and click on that subscribe button as well as on the bell to get notified of when new content is being released. Okay, let's get started with today's thing. Today, I want to share with you simple yet effective DIY skincare routines centered around the incredible ingredient turmeric. Now, turmeric is also known as haldi and has been a staple in traditional beauty practices for centuries, thanks to its numerous skincare benefits. So let's explore how you can harness the power of turmeric for radiant and healthy skin. I will be using dried turmeric. I don't really like using the powdered one because I'm not too sure whether it's 100%. I don't know, there's a lot of good brands out there. But I will be grinding the dried turmeric or the haldi in my grinder. Whenever you do grind your turmeric at home, please ensure that there was nothing else, no other spices ground in the grinder, as the residue can cause an adverse reaction on the skin, especially if it was something like chili. It can cause quite a bit of a burning and tingling sensation, can cause some redness on the skin, so you don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm just grinding this up in a powder form, and then I will be mixing it in with my DIY skincare recipes. Okay, so I've got everything ready here for the first DIY recipe. So I've got my turmeric set out in one of my bowls that I'm just going to use and just scoop out from. And the first ingredient that I'm going to be mixing it with is honey. Now this is pure honey that I got from beehive removers, and you want to have enough turmeric and honey to form a nice thick paste so that it doesn't become runny on the skin. Now the benefits of these two ingredients together is the honey is extremely moisturizing. It is a natural ingredient, and it is also a little bit antiseptic as well as antibacterial, so it is really good for skin that's got a bit of a, you can say almost like an acne problem. And then mixed up with the turmeric, which is a brightening ingredient, you can just imagine the glow that you will be getting after using this on your skin. So I'm just applying a little bit on the back of my hand just for you guys to see. Okay. I will be leaving this on the skin for about 10 to 15 minutes before I rinse it off. Just remember that when you do use honey on the skin, it does become a bit liquidy when it is exposed to heat, so just make sure that you actually have a nice thick paste. After I've rinsed it off, my skin really does feel smooth and soft, and it actually does look a little bit brighter and lighter compared to my right hand. So it's something really that I would like to use on my face as well regularly. Let's have a look at the second DIY recipe. So I'm going to be mixing turmeric with yogurt, plain yogurt or curds. And the yogurt or the curd actually helps with exfoliation, as it contains a little bit of lactic acid, which is an exfoliating ingredient. And then together with the turmeric, it actually helps to increase the brightening effect on the skin as it exfoliates. It is moisturizing and nourishing on the skin as well. Once again, I'll be leaving it on for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then I will be rinsing it off. And also you want to have it in a thickish paste. You don't want to have it too runny, as you will have mask running down your neck as well. So I've had this mask on for about 5 minutes or so now, and I can see that there's a slight bit of a yellowish tint forming on the back of my hand, which is a normal thing, as turmeric does cause a bit of staining, but using it together with the yogurt, it shouldn't be that much of an issue. I've rinsed it off, and actually there's no yellow stain at the back of my hand, and my hand does feel super soft and smooth. The brightening effect is not as much as what it was with the honey and turmeric, strange enough, but it still has a very lovely feel. Now for the third DIY recipe, I will be using turmeric, gram flour or besan, and rose water. Now these ingredients are very common in all of our kitchens, and the amount that you would be using depends on the area that you'll be using it on, and the quantities will be once again depending on the amount you use and how you just mix it along. So you just mix it, play with it until you get the consistency that you want. When you apply this mask, don't apply it too thickly, as it is not a time dependent mask. It is one where you would leave it on to dry on the skin itself. Okay, I think that I've actually applied mine slightly too thick, but that's okay, not a problem. So you can see it's not dried fully, it's slightly too thick. And I've just added in a little bit of water just to help with removing it, and using circular motions, kind of exfoliating a little bit too. But you can see that the skin does feel nice and smooth and soft. My fingers are slightly yellow from all the turmeric. That's not a problem though. My skin is not colored on the back of my hand though. So the fourth DIY skincare recipe is your turmeric together with coconut oil. I've got pure coconut oil that I got from a coconut farm, which is called pressed coconut oil. But whichever coconut oil you have in your home that you use works perfectly fine as well. So you would once again just mix it in together to form like a kind of a paste. And what is wonderful about these two ingredients mixed together is it's extremely nourishing as well as brightening on the skin. They've got some antifungal properties, antibacterial properties. So in a way it is good for those that suffer with breakouts. But again, you have to be cautious when using it, as both of these are oils. It can cause you to break out even more. So just be cautious, try a patch test before you do apply this all over in your face. Okay, so you just mix it up and then just apply it, once again, a thin layer on the back of, or on the skin. I'm just blowing on the back of my hand, sorry, just for you guys to see. It does look very yellow compared to all the other recipes that I've mixed in. So this also, once again, you leave on for about 10 to 15 minutes and then you can just wash it off nicely. Some say just rinse it off, and I would rather just wash it off with cleanser, as it is a oil. It can leave a film on the skin causing breakouts. Just remember that coconut oil does become a liquid when exposed to heat, and then also when you do remove it in circular motions, as it helps with exfoliation. Now my skin feels extremely soft and smooth afterwards, but remember that when you do use the oil, to use a gentle cleanser just to remove any excess so that you don't have any breakouts. Let's have a look at the last turmeric DIY skincare recipe. We've got turmeric, then I will be using fresh lime, not the bottled ones, the fresh lime, because it is more potent and you actually know that it is just pure lime juice. And then the last ingredient, which is honey. Now we'll be mixing this into a paste, and the quantities once again depends on how much you actually use. We don't need seeds though. The quantities depend on how much you use of all of them together to form a nice thick paste. Okay, this is one that you would use on your skin, leaving it on for about 10 to 15 minutes, same as the rest. And you would apply it in a thinnish layer, as you don't want to have it too thick, because remember, once again, when the honey gets exposed to heat, it becomes very runny. So you don't want to have it thickly applied and then you've got mask running down your neck and everywhere. The benefits of all three of these ingredients mixed together is the turmeric is lightening and brightening on the skin. The lemon juice also lightening on the skin, it helps to brighten the skin, but it's also got a slight bit of exfoliation to it because it is a bit of an acid. And then the honey is nourishing and calming and soothing on the skin, so you've got best of both worlds. So when you do remove it, you use circular motions, which aids in the exfoliation, leaving the skin nice and soft and smooth afterwards. You can incorporate these turmeric-based DIY skincare recipes into your routine weekly. But remember, consistency is key. However, it is crucial to still perform a patch test before using any of these on your face, as it may cause allergic reactions in some individuals. It doesn't matter how fresh the ingredients are or what products you are using. Also remember, turmeric can stain the clothes as well as the skin, so just be cautious. In conclusion, turmeric is a versatile and natural ingredient that can work wonders for your skin. By following these DIY turmeric skincare steps, you can harness the remarkable benefits for a glowing, healthy complexion. So embrace the power of this golden spice and let your skin shine with its newfound radiance.